And so for our first assignment, we're looking at this bullet block experiment done by Derek Muller of Veritasium. Now, I have some things that I would like you to do. One of them is make that prediction that Derek actually asked you to make, which is this block that's spinning going to go not as high, or higher than the block that's shot directly in the middle. I want you to consider some other things to comment on. I'd like you to consider how this experiment is set up. So there are independent variables. Those are the variables that the experimenter will change. There are dependent variables, and those are the variables that the experimenter is going to see how they change. And then there are controlled variables. Now, controlled variables are the variables that you try to hold constant between trials in an experiment to make sure that you know what the effect is that you're seeing. And so certain things in this experiment will be controlled. So what are the things that could affect the height of the block? Well, one of the variables might be the amount of explosive in the bullet. The second thing might be the mass of the slug. How are those being controlled in this experiment? Lastly, I want you to think about possible variables that are not being controlled in this experiment, at least not very well, or not explicitly controlled. And so I want you to comment on the nature of the variables as well.